What's up? This is Randall Martin, Agent Randall, and today we're going over the 5 greatest workflow hurdles that can get in the way of you being a successful agent. So let's just jump right in. Number one, login issues, login roadblocks. For some of us, this may not be an issue, but lots of times it can be, especially if you're on the go out of the office and you're trying to log into a system and you can't remember your passwords or you can't get in. So ensure that your main systems that you use are set up properly, passwords are remembered or saved, and you can get in your programs quickly, because when you need it, that's when you're going to have the most trouble. So let's avoid those issues. CRM confusion. Are people that are reaching out to you for help, and you want them to be in your CRM so you don't forget or you don't miss a follow-up, making sure that the systems are working properly. So that sometimes involves doing some tests on yourself to make sure that things are flowing through properly. But are you even using a CRM? I mean, there's a lot of questions there, so you should be. But so making sure that wherever the source is, that your CRM is interacting with that source. Flipping over, number 3, stepping out of your business without a plan. What happens when you're sick? What happens when you go on vacation? What happens when you're not available? Knowing what's going to happen. Who's going to take over this? Who's responsible for that? Who's going to go and do this if you're gone? So having a plan before you step away. Every once in a while, there's going to be some sick days that pop up unexpectedly. But if you already have a plan for how to handle things when you're gone, then those days become easier. Number 4, number 5 are the two that hit home with me the most. Number 4 is lack of awareness and accountability. Now, I feel like I hold myself pretty accountable, but really the question that was asked is what resonated with me. Where am I too far away from the process? So meaning, if something's happening, am I omniscient in that process? Am I available? Am I aware of what's going on at all points of the process? Doesn't necessarily mean that I have to be in each part of the process, but am I close enough to where I'm aware? Or am I too far away from parts of the process? That one really hit home. And number 5 is mindset. Another one that I feel I don't necessarily have a lot of personal issues with, because I'm a very driven, motivated individual. But sometimes we all get burned out, and sometimes we're all overworked and we're tired. And if we are feeling that way and we don't recharge the battery, eventually it will give. So the question was, what are the 1 to 2 things to do that you can do every day, or that you must do every day, to ensure consistency and a PMA, a positive mental attitude? For me, it was beginning my workday at the same time every day. That's not when I wake up. Waking up is a different time, but when I start my work day at the same time every day. So do you have a time that you start your work day every day? Is it 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9, 9:30, 10? What, to each your own. But is it consistent? When do you start working each work day? And then number 2 is something that I feel is huge. It's always set the big rocks the night before. Or big rocks being the main things that you need to do for the next day. If I identify my big rocks the night before on a to-do list, and it's as simple as an Amazon Basics pad, lots of sheets here, and I make sure what my big rocks are and that they're written down, and as you can see, I cross them off as I go. So I have identified my starting action plan the night before, so I know what to do when it's time to start the workday, versus I'm going to start and I'm going to spend 30-40 minutes trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the day. That doesn't work. So start work the same time each day, and then the night before, identify your big rocks. So those are the 5 hurdles that we went over today. Just a quick review. Number 1, login issues of the systems that you use. Number 2, CRM confusion, lack of CRM, or it's not working properly, or it's too hard so you don't use it properly. Interesting. Number 3, stepping away without a plan. What do you do when you're not present? If you don't have a plan, then stuff's going to fall through the cracks. Number 4, lack of awareness and accountability. Where are you too far away from the process? And number 5, mindset. What are 1 to 2 things that you do every day or should be doing every day to ensure that you're in the best positive mental state of mind? As I said before, Randall Martin, Agent Randall, and I hope these help make you a little more aware of roadblocks that could potentially be throwing your business off.